For 2 summers of my life, I worked as a lifeguard at Splashtown in San Antonio, Texas. And at Splashtown, we got our training and our certification through Ellis. Most people have heard of Red Cross, but we went through Ellis for whatever reason. As part of the contract Ellis had with the park is that they would come to the park once a month and they would audit us to make sure that we knew the rules, the procedures, and that everyone was performing up to par. And when they came, they would come discreetly in normal clothes and they would film various guards at different positions to look at later to see whether they performed well or performed bad. And if you performed really bad, you could be fired on the spot. And so supervisors actually usually looked out for them, and if they did notice an Ellis person in the park, they would alert everyone so that they were on their game and so that no one was fired and that we got good reviews at the end of the audit. And so there was a guard that worked there at Splashtown my second summer there, and his name was Tori. And Tori was a great guy. He was very dependable, knew the rules, knew the procedures, had a good head on his shoulders. But there was one day he was guarding the bottom of Head Rush, and Ellis came and they were auditing. And Head Rush is different because the catch pool is deeper and it's longer than most other catch pools in the park, and he was guarding that particular body of water. And at the end of the auditing, Ellis went to the head supervisor and told him that they wanted Tori fired. And they showed him the tapes of Tori guarding, and the head supervisor could see for himself all the things that Tori did wrong, all the rules that he broke, like turning his back on water and getting in the water, which is okay to do if you want to cool off. But Tori was staying in the water and using his guard tube as a flotation device and sitting on it, which is not the proper way to use it, especially when Ellis is watching you. And so Tori was promptly fired, and the head supervisor was really upset by the events that happened because Tori was a good guard, and also he was just doing a terrible job at Head Rush. And so the rest of the guards were confused as to why the head supervisor was just so upset. And so at the next in-service that we had, we usually play the Ellis videotapes so that we can see who did what and commend people or criticize people and have a good laugh because they're usually pretty funny. And this time around, though, it was just no fun and games. The head supervisor got up in front of all of us in the most serious that I had ever seen him, and he told us exactly why Tori was fired and showed us the tape so that we could see for ourselves exactly everything that he did wrong. And he explained why he was just so upset about it, and it was because 15 or so years ago, when the head supervisor was just a guard at the park, a young boy had died in the same water that Tori was guarding. So at Head Rush, a young boy had gotten in the deep part of the pool, and the guard just wasn't paying enough attention. And so the guard didn't see him, didn't notice anything wrong, but the little boy got in the deep part of the water and he drowned. And the head supervisor explained to us that that was a huge thing that happened at the park. It's something, when someone dies on your watch, it's something that sticks with you, and it's a serious thing that we don't want to happen. And so after that, everyone took the Head Rush position much more seriously, and his story had reminded us that even though guarding at Splashtown was fun and easy, it comes with heavy responsibilities as well. And he was right to remind us of that, because death is a serious thing. And that's my narrative.